guys know and I know is going to be the OGs. Works like the Jewish lobby of America. There's two more part of the original committee. So after the inner and outer community relations, and then after the one for Hamula, we start the human resources. We're talking about the media. You're gonna have we need somebody to make sure that they cover the media portion of it, the emailing, the emails that go out to everybody, just updating the internet, making sure that the calendar of events, a website, a calendar of events is actually made, something that shows any future picnics, any sport events that are local in the area, any weddings that are gonna come up, anything like that. That we make something like that up, and we have a calendar of events that gets updated, or something gets changed, it gets changed, and everybody knows about it. So that's what really is going to make a big difference. We need to make sure that that same person covers, and like we're saying, we want to make sure that we have a website, or we update BeitHanina.org. We have, if you guys have a Facebook, BeitHanina.net, and then we also have the Facebook website page, Beit Hanina Cali. We want to make sure that gets updated, and if you just have to be a fan of that, and then any updates on there you automatically receive. So that's another way of communicating as well. So we have everything that we need. Like we said, I mean, we have all the resources available. This person that covers the media, we want to make sure that they have the time. This is probably going to be the most important person of this, because this is the person that's going to update the information on a regular basis. This person is going to make sure that the newsletters, the emails, and all that kind of information gets emailed out. And then under that media person, you're going to have 4 other members, which is essentially their assistants. Even if they want to break down, like, okay, you're going to make sure that it gets updated daily. You're going to make sure that in case we need to make flyers, or even local businesses. You guys want to pass out flyers? A part of Beit Hanina of our social club is to help our businesses as well, not only us. So if you have a cell phone store, somebody that knows how to make a good coupon. They'll drop a coupon and send it to you, and you can use it for your business. That type of that media portion, they can help you in that. And then just moving from there, you have the business relations. Business relations is the fifth member, or the 5th chairman. That business relations representative is going to be that person that does the B2B, the business-to-business aspect of it. That person that cross-markets, the one that talks to other local businesses, the one that talks to the local government, or the local, and makes the events with the local politicians, stuff like that. That person has another. It's a very important a task, and that's a very important member right there. They're going to have to deal with not really the outer relations, but that's going to be the one that really connects us with our outer communities, with our outer cities and everything else. Anything outside of our businesses, outside of our neighborhoods, and anything, and so on and so forth. Okay, so no, I know. So that was the 5. That's the board of directors. So we have the president, vice president, secretary, treasurer. Then we have the inner relations, outer relations, the human resource department. You have your media, and you have your business. That's 9 members, and under each member, 4 other members that go beneath them, assistants, or however you want to call them. And then the other committee is going to be the advisory board. The advisory board is pretty much going to make up of a spokesperson, or a spokesperson of the family, or the elders, more or less. But again, they're gonna essentially supervise anything that happens into the club. They're gonna supervise and review anything like that. They're gonna advise. That's the whole purpose of them. They're not necessarily the decision makers, but they're gonna give you their opinion, and you kind of take that, you put it with your ideas, and then you come up with a conclusion. And that's what we want. That advisory board is very, very important, but they're going to be selected as opposed to elected. The next and most important thing is the membership. Okay, so part of the membership, the way that you can be part of the Beit Hanina Social Club of California is any bloodline through Beit Hanina. So even including Neseb. So even if your father's from Beit Hanina and your mom is from Beit Safafa, and even if your mother's from Beit Hanina and your father's from Ramallah, let's say, automatically you have somewhere there's a bloodline through Beit Hanina, you can be part of the group. You can be part of that membership.
And then you got the ones that just want to be Hanina.
No, that's not a joke though. No, honestly, that's not a joke. I was in Beit Hanina a year and a half ago, and I went to the Quds and asked the guy. He was asking where I'm from. I go, I'm Hanini. He goes, I'm Hanini. I'm like, I never seen you before. He goes like, well, I'm really Khalili. Wallah. Wallah, I just live in Beit Hanina. I'm like, okay. Right.
Ultimately,
Motherfucker.
this is going to be a social club. Inshallah, it's going to be Beit Hanina, and we'll organize Beit Hanina, and ultimately it's going to be a Palestinian Arab American voice, because the long run, it's going to be, you know, the Ramallah, the Beit Tabwan, and all the other Palestinian organizations that's going to not unite, but at least be part of one group.
All be a branch.
One big voice. And we can free Palestine through our voice, through our organization.
Right now we have to organize what we call our family, our village, and then go to the next step and go to the next step. So ultimately, it's going to be Palestinian American.
At the end of the day, you guys know and we know, if we have one voice and we organize together, we can do whatever we want, and inshallah we can free Palestine through Beit Hanina or through any type of organization. If we come together, we can make a difference. We can. If we make the time to make make change, then we can make a difference.
One of the things we all know, who here has spoken to a Markani or just outsiders and told them the situation about Palestine, and they did not sympathize with you. And if you tell somebody the truth and what's going on, they believe you, and they won't accept what's happening back home. But one of the problems is that they're getting fed the wrong information. By who? By the media, by the Zionists. So one of the things is having our voice, combining and uniting, is sending this message to the politicians. You know, the real story, what's behind Palestine, how all this started. So this is just one of the things. This is just a little thing of uniting.
And
teaching who we are.
That's why we initiated here today. It's so we can teach our youth, so we can teach our kids, so we can teach. I don't have any kids. So they can teach me where I came from. You know.
I know. I want to go back to the membership part of this, but I know in the past history, it's always been the money issues that scared a lot of people off. You know, oh, who this money goes to? Where are they spending it? What did he buy? Oh, he bought a business with it, or whatever it is. We need to know. We need the support of everybody, every single Hanini, to really push for this membership. I mean, it's very important because without funds, you can't do nothing. Everybody knows that. So it's really important. It's to push away the negative part of, oh, he's spending the money or he's taking the money. No, we're gonna put, inshallah, the right people, the right bodies in the right place.
It'll be open book.
It'll be a corporation organized, and we just want to make sure everybody pushes for the membership. Huh? Today alone was over $1,000 spent to only about 5 or 6 people that, that they were able to sacrifice to make this work. You know, and we knew a couple of guys that said, okay, we'll just go we'll get everybody together and everybody put in, you know, $100 each. I told them, no, I don't recommend it because that's probably going to scare half of the people from showing up. I'm already hearing that some people from San Francisco didn't want to show up because they thought it was a fundraiser. You know, or whatever it is. They thought it was a fundraiser. We didn't want this. We don't want this kind of attitude. We want people to support and push for the membership. Besides, the part of the business-to-business